I went on a first date and she asked if we could just be friends. And that's cool. But the problem is, she said it so loud. There's only 10 or 15 people in the restaurant, so everybody heard her. And when the bill came, she made up an excuse and she just left. So not only was I in shock, embarrassed, I still had to finish my food by myself. And the worst part of it is, I drove an hour and a half for this date. And for her, it was walking distance for her. Did I do something wrong? Like, why waste my time?
You know what's patriarchal propaganda? The idea that women go on dates for free food. We can literally barely organize dinner dates with our friends. No woman is going on a date with a crusty man and sitting at dinner with him for 3 hours for a plate of $20 pasta.
Today you're going to see the truth many women try their hardest to hide. While you're out here believing in good intentions, there are women scheduling dates just to fill their plates and laughing about it with their friends. They swear nobody does that, but the clips you're about to see show the exact opposite. And I'm going to show you, as a man with traditional values, why you must learn to protect yourself before paying the next bill.
If you're a woman who has ever gone on a date only because you wanted a free meal, I'd love for you to raise your hands in the comment section. If you're a woman who goes into dating thinking specifically, how can I eat for free tonight? I would love to have a dialogue with you about this. I don't know any women who have enough time, energy, or the desire to go through everything that it takes to find someone to go on a date with them just so that they can get one meal. The motive isn't free food. I bet these women were genuinely interested in you, which is shocking, I'm sure. But this is something men love to tell themselves, that she's only going on a date because she wants free food. I bet these women could feed themselves. I bet they have jobs and make their own money. I bet they'd rather stay at home and DoorDash a meal to their place versus spending all the time and energy that it takes to actually go out and interact with someone. Just because a first date doesn't work out doesn't mean that the girl only was in it for a meal. And if men going on dates that don't work out brings them to the place where they think, I'm just not going to pay anymore, then there's plenty of women who would love to go on free dates. There's plenty of women who want to go Dutch.
She talks as if it's impossible for a woman to use a date for free food, but that sounds more innocent than true. Saying she doesn't know anyone like that doesn't mean they don't exist. Countless men have experienced this firsthand. She reframes the issue as men being insecure or imagining things, when in reality, a clear pattern exists. Women who accept dates with zero interest and leave the man paying. She tries to soften it by saying they were interested. But interest that isn't expressed or demonstrated means nothing. And traditional men value honesty from the start.
Look, I know the price of eggs just keeps going up, up, up. I was just at the store yesterday. But can we please abandon the idea that women need men for free food? Men who are asked to pay for a date, some of them are menches and gentlemen, and they're like, of course you do that. But the men who refuse to pay for a date when they've asked that woman on a date will always talk about obsessively the idea that she's getting free food. She's getting free food. You would think we're like in Oliver Twist or something. Times have changed. Women use dating for free food, not for the purpose of dating. Personally, I pay, but I get it. I see men's side. We're just a dollar sign now. I promise you, most women have no desire to sit with a stranger in whom they have no interest and have a meal with them. Like, how long does it take? An hour or two? How good is that food going to taste? And on top of that, you are thinking that women are like hogs at a trough. I don't like to go out to dinner because it's a lot of salt, fat, sodium, calories. I don't want to wake up 4 pounds heavier from water retention tomorrow. And I got to tell you, a lot of women are like that too, especially the kind of women you want to date, who are very conscious of how their face is going to look the next day and how their body looks in their clothing, okay? I have a pantry and refrigerator full of food, and I know how to put those ingredients together to make a meal. I am always going to choose that over going to whatever restaurant. I don't care how amazing it is. Women don't need men for food, even if it's expensive, okay? We can buy our own food, or even if we do like to go out to eat, we would much rather go out by ourselves and have a meal in peace. We just want to focus on our meal, not you. So men who are obsessed with the idea that women are out for free food, number one, it's really weird. It really shows that that's all men think about, free food. Where can I score some free food? It's very lowbrow, okay? And number two, shows you know nothing about women. Women aren't constantly thinking about how can I get a free meal. I mean, come on.
She tries to paint a perfect world where no woman ever needs a man for food, but her speech completely ignores reality. Yes, there are plenty of women who go on dates strictly for the material benefit, and pretending this doesn't exist is either naive or dishonest. She talks as if every woman is disciplined, beauty-focused, and has a fridge full of organic meals. But that generalization erases the women who treat men like walking wallets. Traditionally, a man pays because he's courting. A woman who accepts a date without interest is exploiting him. Denying this doesn't erase the behavior. It just exposes who refuses to see it.
So I hear a lot about girls who live in New York and they go on dates to get free food, and I'm totally for it. Here's why. Like, don't get me wrong, I totally understand the ethics behind it, and yes, while it does sound wrong, the thing is that girls are a very high demand in New York. And the reality is that there's a lot of guys out there that are just willing to pay for a lot of these girls to go on dates. So then when there's a lot more options out there of guys willing to pay for dates, then yeah, I totally see girls being able to be more like selective with the people that they go on dates on and trying to go on a date for free food. Because like, yeah, if the option is between, hey, let me go on a date and I have to split, versus, hey, let me go on a date and get free food, even if like the guy is maybe like not closer to my type than the other option, probably still choose the free food. And honestly, living in New York is very expensive, and some of these guys make a lot of money. So if that's something they want to do, then go for it.
She's the first one who actually admits reality. In expensive places like New York, a lot of women do go on dates just for food. She tries to justify it by saying the supply is high and guys make a lot of money, but that only exposes an opportunistic mindset. Take the best benefit with the least emotional cost. From a traditional man's perspective, this is exactly the modern problem. Women wanting the privileges of chivalry without offering even basic reciprocity. She normalizes opportunism as if it's clever. In truth, it's just lack of character dressed up as logic.
Well, let's talk about foodie calls, y'all. This is when a woman purposely goes out on a date with a man that she is not attracted to and has no interest in order to get a free dinner. I found a study that talks about this because of this comment. He says, unfortunately, lots of women accept invitations willfully knowing that they're not interested just to get a free meal. It would be nice if they accept if they're going Dutch, but it's highly unlikely. So this study was published by Social, Psychological, and Personality Science. And they did two studies. In the first study, it showed that 23% of women do go out on dates with men they're not attracted to in order to get free food. And in the second study, it showed 33% of women. Of the women who said they did do this, they did it occasionally or rarely, so about 20 to 25% of the time, but not always. The majority of women believed it was unacceptable behavior. But interestingly enough, the women who did say they participated in this behavior were two totally different categories. There was the category of women who were psychopaths and narcissists. This study actually tested them for these things. Basically, they felt entitled to this kind of behavior, and that's what they participated in. And the other category of women who participated in this were women who identified as a traditional woman, who believed in traditional gender roles. So these women were still choosing to go out with men that they weren't necessarily attracted to, perhaps in hopes that attraction would build, but also knowing that they're going to get a free meal. And this is why men should vet women too, and why I encourage men to also have the 90-day rule of no kissing or exclusivity for 90 days. So if you can find out if this woman's just using you. This is also why I'm a proponent of first dates being simple. Meet her for coffee, for ice cream, for a walk in the park, something simple to establish if there's some chemistry there. And some ways to know that if a woman likes you is she will show genuine interest in you by maintaining eye contact, asking questions about your life, and she will have open body language. She'll be facing you, maybe even leaning towards you, maybe even touching her hair, but definitely not like on her phone, distracted, looking around the restaurant or talking to other people. She will smile and laugh a lot if she likes you. She will also open up and share personal stories about her life and be vulnerable. But the best thing to do is just to flat out ask each other at the end of the date, are you attracted to me? Would you like to go out on another date with me? And then see what she says. Look, in the same way that you risk going out on a date with a woman and spending money on her and she might not like you, women risk going out on a date with a man who might assault her. So everybody's taking risks. Now, to the women who go out with men they're not interested in just for a free meal, he deserves to know that ahead of time. If you're not honest with him ahead of time, then you're being manipulative and that's abusive and that needs to stop. And to the men who invite a woman out for a dinner and pay for her dinner with the expectation that he's going to get physical intimacy as a result, you are also lying and manipulating, and that's abusive, and you should get help as well. If everybody can just be honest about what they want from the beginning, then we will be good, y'all.
She's the only one who brings real data and finally admits it. Between 20% and 33% of women have gone on a date just for the food, and many do it because they feel entitled, either through narcissism or by using traditional gender roles to their advantage. For a traditional man, this confirms that chivalry without vetting only creates openings for emotional and financial exploitation. She's right, that first dates should be simple. Coffee, a walk, nothing fancy. And she's even more right about honesty. A woman who goes out just for the meal is manipulating him, period. And a man who pays expecting sex is manipulating too. Hard truth, no sugarcoating.
Women want free meals. You're right. You're right, I will say it. Some women want free meals. Some women do not care about connection. I'm sorry if you're one of the men that have gone on a date with one of these women that don't want connection. And I'm sorry if they projected that they actually did want a connection and they didn't. But there are so many women that go out on dates, take a risk, peel themselves out of their homes, because trust me, we're all very happy in hermit mode. We are so happy in hermit mode. But we take a risk to go out and to find someone, even though we're still going through the same crap that you are with this dating world. And they should not be blamed for wanting a free meal because a date did not work out. They shouldn't. And you have to pick different women if you're choosing women that just want free meals all the time. Guys, if you're going out with somebody and let's say they're only using you for a free meal, and that's legitimate. They're calling their girlfriends. They're saying, don't care about this guy. I'm going out for dinner because I haven't gone out in X number of days. I want a free meal. There's no connection here. I see that could really piss you off because you're like, that's my money. I see it that way. The other way that I see it is that this person has zero value in themselves. They do not care about their time. They do not care about their energy. They do not care about you, which is disrespectful. They do not care about themselves, which is disrespectful. Is anybody who wants to come at me right now and say, I respect myself, do you? Because if you did, would you actually spend time, which you can't get back, going out with somebody that you're manipulating to get a free meal? No, you would not do that. And if somebody said those words to you up front, would you be honest and say like, oh yeah, like I don't care about myself? Most people wouldn't. Most people wouldn't. So men, you've dodged a bullet. So sure, you wasted a freaking meal. Whatever. But the person that's using you for that meal does not value themselves and does not value you, so you've actually won.
She openly admits some women go out just for free meals, but tries to soften it by saying it doesn't necessarily mean lack of interest. But for a traditional man, it means exactly that. If she sees you as a provider, not as a potential partner, it's over. She says, these women don't value themselves, which may be true, but that doesn't change the fact. Using someone for personal gain is disrespectful. The man loses time, energy, and money. She gets a plate of food. That's not equality or femininity. That's cheap opportunism. But she's right about one thing. The man who experienced this dodged a bullet.
So one thing that a lot of women my age need to stop doing is sitting up always trying to like use men for food and then like bragging about it like y'all doing something. Y'all don't understand that all of this stuff that y'all be doing is not doing nothing but making dating harder. It's a lot of men out here that don't want to court a woman, don't want to take a woman out, don't want to do nothing nice for a woman because they don't take y'all seriously, because y'all always trying to get over and finesse and play. And then y'all wondering why y'all can't find no type of genuine partner or no type of genuine love. And it's because y'all always playing. Nobody has time to be playing. And then y'all be being extra, trying to like take something home to y'all kids, trying to order 2 or 3 entrees. Like at this point, like y'all just be doing too much. Like go out to eat with your friends, or go find somebody that you really like that wants to take you out to eat. Or if you gonna play with somebody, at least be quiet about it. Because y'all keep on doing all this stuff, thinking y'all making somebody pockets hurt, thinking he tricking. Like a steak dinner is not tricking. And then y'all wondering why nobody takes y'all seriously. Like this stuff is like too much at this point. Like stop always trying to play and get over. Like you're not gonna find nothing good doing that.
She's the most straightforward. She says clearly that women are ruining the dating market by using men for food and bragging about it. For a traditional man, she's describing what's already obvious. When one side plays games, lies, and takes advantage, the other side eventually stops being generous, stops investing, and stops trusting. This culture of free meal and laugh about it only creates colder, more guarded men who avoid making any romantic effort. And in the end, those women get exactly what they sowed. No one takes them seriously. She's right. It's immaturity, manipulation, and self-sabotage.